Jess.fm. Voice only. Ride along.
It's Friday and I'm ready to swing. Pick up my girls and hit the party scene tonight. Whoa, it's alright. Does anyone else think of that Aaliyah song every single Friday? Every single Friday, that song, that bar pops up in my head and I cannot help to sing it. So I want to welcome you all to the very first Friday episode of Jess.fm. Welcome everybody. It is episode 5. We have made it through a full Monday through Friday work week, and Monday through Friday is your schedule. I am so excited to be here with y'all today. I am so excited to be off of work because it's Friday and I'm ready to swing, pick up my girls and hit the party scene. Oh man, y'all, it's Friday and it feels like it. Yeah, remember I told y'all earlier this week, decision fatigue is real in my life. Oh my gosh. It is so real, especially right now. The next couple days are about to be a little bit chaotic for me, and I'm just, first of all, leaving out of chaos, about to go into chaos, and making sure I protect my peace along the way. I have a lot of plans for this weekend. I have business travel next week, so you got to make sure to tune in next week, guys. Episodes 6 through 10. Y'all have to make sure to tune in on Monday. I will be broadcasting not from the car, but from, I don't know, the plane, my hotel room, I don't know, but I'll be on business travel, and we will catch up there and still keep our consistency going. So I just want to thank you. I start every episode with appreciation because, you know, it takes a lot for someone to have an idea and stick with it. And I know this is just the 5th episode, everybody, but the hardest part is starting. Okay, the hardest part is taking that idea and actually realizing it into the world without talking yourself out of it, getting distracted, sharing it with other people and them talking you out of it. Like, there's so many things that can go wrong from brain to reality. And so my new focus this year is speed to market. When I'm inspired, I'm going to move immediately. Okay, when I have an idea, I'm going to act on it now. I'm not going to keep talking about what I want to do. I'm going to do it. So I'll challenge you all to come along with me on this journey. Like, what is your brainchild that you have yet to start because you've been thinking about it too hard, or because someone discouraged you, or because you think you can't do it, or you think you don't have all the resources to do it? You have everything that you need right now to get that brainchild started. And I'm in your corner, just like you're in mine. So again, I want to start with appreciation, start with a little bit of motivation. Guys, it has been a long week. Guess what? The weather's still holding up. It's still sunny here in North Texas. It is beautiful skies. The clouds are sparse but present. The sky is blue as ever. Even this morning when I was on my way in, the birds seem to be singing a little bit louder. It's like even they're happy to be out. Which, fun fact, or get this, maybe this could be our trivia for today. And this will be one I don't have the answer to. So comment if you happen to know this. Do birds come out and sing when it's raining? Y'all know how like birds are like nature's alarm clock? Like when it's raining, do they still come out and sing? Because I didn't notice birds chirping until this morning when there were clear skies and it was sunny, and it really made me think about it. So comment down below. That's today's trivia. I don't have the answer, but I'm gonna tell you this: if you have the answer to whether or not birds chirp during storms or rainy weather, comment it down below. I will verify your answer, and if you win, I have a giveaway for you, and you'll be our first contest winner. All right, so you will help me pioneer whatever this giveaway looks like in the future. But I'm serious. If you put the answer to if birds chirp during storms or rainy weather in the morning, If you put your answer in the comments and I read it and I check it and it's correct and you're the first to comment and you're subscribed, I'm going to give you a giveaway. And we'll talk more about that later. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed your Friday. I sure have enjoyed mine. I'm just breathing for relief. All right, I'm just breathing for relief. Get this, I have not even eaten lunch today. It is evening right now, and I need to get my hands on something to eat. So I think I actually might stop at Market Street, one of my favorite grocery stores that has, I believe, if I could give an award-winning deli. And at Market Street, if you've never been there, and if you ever go to their deli section, go to the soups, look for the green chicken chili soup, and get your life. I'm going to give you your whole life. Green chicken chili soup from Market Street is my favorite thing to eat ever. Like, I don't know why. It is like, well, not ever. Let me not exaggerate, but it's probably on my top 5. It really is on my top 5, because it is a very hearty soup with nice, good chunks of white chicken breast, potatoes, and some other veggies cut up in there. Wonderful broth, and it's like creamy yet not all the way creamy. It is like the perfect consistency of a soup. And green chili is another ingredient in it. So if spicy is not quite your thing, maybe I'll say be careful. But if you a Creole gal like me, and we love our spice, so again, this is at Market Street. I promise this is not an ad, guys. This is just like me living my life and things I love, and probably where I'm headed before I hit the house, because I haven't eaten lunch today. I got to get my hands on some green chicken chili soup. I really hope they have it. And I hope it's called green chicken chili soup. It might be green chili chicken soup. I don't know. Y'all will see it if y'all ever go there. And if you've tried it, let me know. Like, do you love it as much as me? And what other things from like Market Street do you like? Like, I usually pick up an order of of the soup. I'll get some macaroons, because I love macaroons. And I will also get, for my daughter, she loves their roasted chicken or baked chicken or whatever they call it. She loves their chicken. And so, again, this is not an ad for Market Street, but it is where I'm finna go to get me something to eat. I'm hangry. But I did not want to not record this episode and get distracted off of my mission. So we are going to jump right into it. All right, guys. I left off yesterday's episode, which is up. So if you missed it, you got to check it out or look out for some clips. As soon as this car is not moving, I'll probably post a few clips out there from all the episodes that have been released this week. But in any event, yesterday we talked a little bit about, or I asked a question a little bit about, can you trust the artist if you know that their character is a little bit misaligned with your own values? Well, lo and behold, today what I see all over my algorithm, and I was kind of mad scrolling. Again, I told y'all, if I see something I don't want to see on my screen of my phone, I like scroll off of it so fast and abruptly. And I call that mad scrolling. But I had to do that a lot today because, first off, I was super busy. Didn't even get a chance to look at my phone. Like I said, I did not have lunch, so I couldn't like catch up on or keep up on things during lunch. But I kept seeing more about that artist that I told y'all I'm not going to say his name. Apparently some more stuff is out, but the funniest part of it is apparently Kendrick, did he wrap up his tour, or did he have another tour stop in Toronto, the home of the person who shall remain nameless? And the show was, I guess, really good. All right, I'm hearing that they was calling for an encore and everything. So all the YouTubers and reactors are ramping back up. They're literally reacting to the performance, guys. I guess it was that good. I have not watched any of these reactions, but I could not get away from it into my mad scrolling. So tell me, what do y'all think about this? Like, what do y'all think about the fact that after the battle, some artists from the West Coast were kind of being a little bit of shut out of Toronto, but Kendrick shows up and ain't no shutting out happening over here. He showed up, he did his show, he did his thing, as he did in all of the cities that he's been in. This tour, I'm hearing, is racking up record numbers, and to see him do that internationally, I want to say I'm proud of an artist who stuck with his values, stuck with his message, and actually delivered, right? So much to the point where no matter where he goes, he has a sector of fans that's right there to cheer him on, all right? Everybody ain't gotta like everybody, all right? So y'all be careful of stan culture. Don't be in a predicament where you feel like you gotta pick a side or anything like that. Don't be in a predicament where you feel like once you pick the side, you gotta, talk mess about the other side. Like, that's not what life should look like. Like, you should only be gravitating to the things that feed you, and if they don't, like, it's really not your business, right? Like, we have to get back to a point in our human experience where we can just comfortably disregard things. We don't have to have an opinion about everything. I talked to y'all about that earlier this week. Like, there's a lot going on in the news, in our nation, in our globe, but you don't hear me talking about it all. A, because I can't, because it's too much, but B, because some things don't have to be talked about. Like, there's either already someone who's talked about it enough, or you're just not that passionate about the topic, and that's okay. All right, I want y'all to feel okay with just being indifferent about things, and that is a state of mind. Like, it's okay for someone to ask you, how do you feel about something, and you be like, you know what, I'm indifferent. I don't have an opinion about that, and leave it there, right? So many people are so eager to formulate an opinion around everything. It is tiring. It's tiring. So in any event, if you're a reactor reacting to the performance, good for you. That's like something that you gravitated to. So this isn't a knock. It's really just, a basic guide to life. Like, we don't have to be so heavily invested into everything. Everything does not affect everybody, and that's okay. Lean into your tribe, take care of you and your family, but beyond that, everything is really kind of just part of the human experience, and we have to be willing to accept that. So I'm interested to see like the final numbers from Kendrick's tour, and like how everything panned out, what he does next, if anything. I'm gonna be honest, if Kendrick never did anything else in his career, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. Like, every album he's released has performed well. Every tour he's done has performed well. Like I said, he's a Pulitzer Prize winner. He's done the Super Bowl. And I'm not saying this as though I don't want to see him do anything else. But if he were to have a conversation with his wife and his family, and they realize all of the earnings and the fruits of their labors and where they sit right now, and if he were to sit there and decide, you know what, I'm good, I've delivered my message to the world, and stopped, I'd be okay with that. All right, some of y'all need to let y'all's faves leave y'all with what made you, or what made them your fave. Like we talked about this episode 1, go back and listen. Like, we talked about the danger of letting your legacy be disrupted with you feeling like you got to keep going and keep doing things. I know celebrities probably deal with a lot of, suggestion from a lot of people, and maybe that's why they feel like they got to keep going even when it's beyond their time. But I just hope that, artists like Kendrick, who have given us gems that people can debate about, call it polarizing or whatever, but clearly that people appreciate, as long as folks are doing that, great. You decide when you keep going or when you stop. And so, not just large celebrities, if you, like with your brainchild, are going to get something started, or you've kept something going, it's okay to have an endpoint, right? You don't have to do it into perpetuity forever. Like, it's okay to have an endpoint. So just keep that in mind, guys. Definitely keep that in mind. In other news, I thought I'd kind of touch a little bit on, I've already posted, an episode about, some of my thoughts around the BET Awards. So please go back, check out that episode. Again, if you just got here, you missed a lot. You're like, in 5 episodes, she's talked about all this? Yeah, because we just kind of like jump around and be a little sporadic with our agenda, but keep it succinct and move on. And so, yeah, I touched a little bit earlier this week about the BET Awards. But one of the things that a lot of people are talking about today with regards to the BET Awards is Tyler Perry. So I think people are starting to, I wouldn't say feel a way about Tyler Perry's content, but criticize it differently than it's typically criticized. I'm not sure what Tyler was awarded at the BET Awards, but apparently he was recognized and provided accolades, and he got up there and he said his speech. He thanked people for driving the new Taraji P. Henson movie named Straw to #1 on Netflix, among other things that, he spoke about in his speech. And the reason I'm bringing him up today is because I started to see people's reaction to his content, and I think mainly the conversation is around that movie Straw, which was described to me as, again, I haven't seen it, but Straw was described to me as a female version of the Denzel Washington movie called John Q. No way, it's not funny. I'm just like, what? Like, so, if you saw John Q, or if you didn't see John Q, it's a story about a struggling couple with a son who needed a heart transplant, and this family not getting the results they needed from the medical system. And so John Q hijacks the whole hospital and basically forces them to find the heart that his son needs and do the surgery for his son. And back when that movie came out, it was a pretty big movie. I like it. It's another one of those polarizing things, like this show often highlights. Like, you can feel this way, you can feel that way, but it still happened. And so apparently that is what this new Straw movie by Taraji P. Henson is kind of similar to. I'm not saying they copied off of it. I don't know. I'm sure it came from the brilliant writing team over there with Tyler Perry Productions. But the conversation that's happening right now is, why is it that most, if not all, of Tyler Perry's content seems to center around trauma for Black women? Right? Like, if you've been around since the beginning of, Tyler Perry making, I would say, films and shows, there's always some theme of struggle and trauma kind of baked into the storyline, and people are really starting to find that pattern and not like it. that's the the caption. They're like, why do we keep having to see ourselves in traumatic positions through your content, Tyler Perry? And so a lot of people have a lot to say about that, or opinions about it. Some people are acting like, no, that's not fair criticism. Other people are like, no, it literally is. Like, look at his storylines. There's always something going on with a woman in an abusive relationship, or a woman that dealing with, something where, they're single mothers, like all these kind of circumstances that are not always ideal circumstances for a woman or a family to go through. And he takes that and builds all these characters and storylines from it, and people are like, enough. Like, we don't want to see that all the time. Now, people like me, what I don't want to see, I'm just going to click off of it. Like, I've not seen this movie on Netflix. I honestly have not continued to follow Tyler Perry Productions for a while now. I can't tell you when I stopped, because I definitely was, I wouldn't say a fan. Maybe I was a fan. Maybe I was a fan at one point, but it was when Tyler was doing the plays. That's when I stopped. Okay. When Tyler took Medea from the stage plays to movies, I think I was done, because it was inauthentic to me, or at least it didn't have the same level of authenticism, if that's how you say it, authenticism that the theater plays did. And it was apparent that, okay, this is great for people who didn't see the plays, but for people like me who saw the plays, I'm like, I don't want to see this Hollywood version of the plays. So I didn't see all the Medea's this, Medea's that. The one I did watch was, I think it was Medea's Family Reunion, where again you have a traumatic experience of this lady who was getting married. This is part of, there's several things going on in this movie, but one of the storylines in the movie is one of the nieces, she's getting married to a rich man, and all the family loves it because the man is rich, but behind the scenes the man is abusive. So I'm like, okay, so here we go. Is this where it started? Because this wasn't in the play, by the way. But the man's abusive so much to the extent that the lady has to call off the wedding. He's not, the rich man who's played by Blair Underwood, I believe. He's not having it. He's like, you're not about to embarrass me, and call off the wedding. He comes over to Medea's house where the niece is hiding out, the niece who had just had a conversation with Medea about the abuse, and the niece gotta throw grits on him or something so he don't hit her. Like, it's just stuff like this that I'm just like, why do we have to do this? And this is that many years ago that Medea's Family Reunion came out. So he's doing this still now, or this is at least what my timeline is telling me. He's still doing traumatic stories now. Like, yeah, like, we're over that. We don't want that. Stop it. Get some help. We don't want that. So, long story short, I'm interested. Like, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about Tyler Perry's content, productions, his movies, his shows? And do you watch? Will you continue to watch? Again, I stopped watching some time ago. If it wasn't from just Medea going to Hollywood, it was those wigs that were being put onto men's head in the story. Like, why are the cornrow braids looking so bad? I never could understand that. So I can't watch movies. I'm telling y'all, I can't watch stuff, y'all, if there's like too many distractions like that. So that's kind of where, things sit with me. But, again, I don't want to hold y'all. Y'all know how we do. We do these quick conversations, and guess what? I'm pulling up right now into the parking lot of Market Street. I'm so lit. I'm about to get my soup. I'm about to get my macaroons, and I'm about to get my weekend. So I hope you enjoy your weekend too. Again, if you missed any of the episodes from this week, all of them are posted now in a nice little organized playlist for you if you just go onto my channel at Jessisms. And by the way, we're building this show together. So I'm still waiting for y'all to comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. I'm very coachable, all right? And I'm very, very willing to make adjustments along the way if that is what you all so see fit, all right? Find for me subscriber number 1, y'all. Tell subscriber number 1 to leave a comment, all right? Because I still don't know who they are. Maybe I'm supposed to be able to tell in some of my data. But subscribe for me a comment, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and park this car and go get my lunch this late in the day. So as always, guys, I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for riding with Jess.fm. See you next ride.